Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make the paper Gladiolus flower out of cardstock paper. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. You could also find the supplies listed below the video along with the template to have this cut with your Cricut, Silhouette, or other cutting machines, and a hand cut version for those that don't have a cutting machine. First, have about 3 to 5 of the 2 different petal patterns cut on blush cardstock paper or any color you want to choose. These do come in a variety of colors like purple, pink, coral, and more. I also cut 2 to 3 extra of just the first pattern, which will be the buds. You could do more or less. I'm using pan pastels with the blending brush that I'll be linking below and just brushing it along the edges on the top of each petal. The first 2 I'm coloring are the buds, so they don't have the other shape with the round tab on the bottom, but those will also need the color on the edge of each petal. You don't have to do the back side. We are only doing one side for each piece. The next ones I'm coloring will be the actual set of one flower. It has that pattern we did for the bud and the other pattern, and these will need the pan pastels shading on the edge. And only on the first pattern, I go back and use yellow pan pastel and just brush in the center, going about halfway into the petal. Some Gladiolus flowers don't have this yellow part, so this is optional. Finish coloring all the petals the color you like. I will also be making extra for more stems, so you could also cut as many as you need, but I am doing about 2 buds and 3 to 5 full flowers on each stem. Next, get the buds. I have 2 of them stacked and have the colored side facing outside, and I take this curling tool to curl each petal. I also slightly curl the tips in. Then poke a hole in the middle and use 24 gauge floral wire and use pliers to loop one end about 1/2 inch or so, and use floral tape to cover that loop and cut the floral tape off. Then add the floral wire into the first bud and shape the bud up and force the petals to be enclosed as much as possible, and add floral tape below it, and it should hold it together. I didn't use glue and it does stay together, but if you want it to be fully secured, you could glue it together in between the wire and in the flower. Floral tape about 2 inches below the flower and do the same to the next bud. Starting the actual bloomed flower, take the second pattern with the circle bottom and use hot glue on the right tab with the colored side facing you, and pull in the tab on the left under so it creates a cone-like shape, and glue it down. Practice this before you glue so you could see how tight you want them to glue. Then poke a hole in the center and curl back the petals. Then I covered my mat, shaping mat, with paper towels so the pan pastels won't get all over the mat. And I used this ball shaping tool to scratch it on the edges on the petals on the back side. The colored side should be facing down into the paper towel and mat. Then take the first pattern and have the colored side also facing down and curl just the edges for this too. Then I gently bring up the petals for this one. Then I take a floral wire and loop the end, but make the loop perpendicular to the rest of the wires so that this will be anchoring onto the flower. And add hot glue to attach to the two flower that had the cone. Then take the one without the cone and add that to the top. Next will be the center, just for the bloomed flowers. Use the same red pan pastel and color just the 3 round tips and do it to the both front and back. I also use a little bit of yellow on the bottom, which is optional and may look different for other colored flowers. Then I flare out the tip that has the 3 points, and starting from that side, roll the center and glue the bottom and add it into the flower. Then floral tape about 2 inches below the flower. Next will be the leaves. I have about 6 to 8 of these smallest leaves cut on green cardstock paper. It should have a slit down the middle. These will be paired up, so we are doing about 3 pairs. Fold it down the middle and take hot glue and add onto the right side and overlap the left side on top, and do these to all 6 to 8 pieces. Then add hot glue onto one and add a thicker floral wire and add hot glue again. And add another one facing each other with a floral wire sandwiched inside. Fold in the leftover tabs on the bottom of the leaves and use floral tape to cover them, and grab another pair. Make sure to also hot glue the tabs for both and pair them together so it is facing each other. And take the leftover tabs and make the floral tape catch the tab and help attach it to the floral wire stem. We'll continue this about 3 to 4 of these buds without any flowers, just the leaves. Then going down the stem, we will then start the bud that has the 1 flower pattern, fully closed up tightly, and now use the leaves without the cut down the middle. It's the standard leaf, and fold down the middle just to have some shape, and maybe even curl the edges in or out just to have that shape. Then take 1 leaf and the bud on top, and then floral tape it, and then add the second pair leaf on top to close the other side of the bud, and then floral tape it again. You could always use hot glue in between to make sure it keeps in place, but I just used floral tape for all of mine and it was fine. I made a total of 2 buds, so do the same. Then the same with the flowers. You want to do the leaf and then the flower, then floral tape it once or twice, and then add the second pair leaf on top to close it off. I also thought the leaves should wrap around the floral wire so it could create a thicker stem as we go down the stem. These flowers have a very thick stem, so it should look bulky, and it's okay to have that leftover leaves on there. I will be adding 4 fully bloomed flowers, but you could do more or less and mix and match if you are making a few of these. At the end, I like to add tissue paper to thicken the stem even more, and use floral tape to cover up the tissue paper about a few inches below. You could also add the large leaves that are long. There is a section where it curves in, and that's where you want to add the floral tape. And the rest of the paper below it will also help make the stem thicker. I added a total of 2 large leaves for this one, and again, you can do more or less depending on how long you want your flowers. I made a few more and they look so great as centerpieces like this for my dining table. They will also pair well with other paper flowers you can check out from my tutorials, and also try different colors. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.